Hello, and welcome to Hello Word, the podcast where we explore the fascinating world of English vocabulary one word at a time. I'm Alex, and I'm so glad you're here today. Our word of the day is bake, a B1 level verb that means to cook in an oven. If you've ever enjoyed a delicious cake, a tray of cookies, or even a homemade loaf of bread, you've experienced the joy of baking. Let's dive into how we can use bake in everyday life. When you use the word bake, you're talking about preparing food in a dry heat, typically in an oven. For example, you might say, I'm going to bake a cake for my friend's birthday. It's a great word to know, especially if you love cooking or sharing food with others. Some common synonyms for bake include roast, broil, and toast, though these words can have slightly different meanings depending on the context. For instance, I'll roast some vegetables to go with dinner focuses on cooking at high heat, often with oil. Similarly, can you toast the bread for breakfast refers to lightly browning something, usually over direct heat. On the flip side, an antonym for bake would be freeze, as in, I'll freeze the cake batter until I'm ready to use it. Freeze is the complete opposite of bake because it involves preserving food by keeping it cold instead of cooking it with heat. In everyday conversations, bake pops up in all kinds of expressions. You might hear someone say, I love to bake cookies during the holidays, or it smells amazing when you bake fresh bread. You can even use it metaphorically, like when someone says, it's so hot outside, I feel like I'm baking in the sun. Here are a few examples of how you can use bake in sentences. She decided to bake a pie for the family dinner. We're going to bake some brownies this afternoon. Do you know how to bake sourdough bread? So, to wrap things up, today we learned that bake means to cook in an oven. It's often associated with sweet treats and savory dishes alike, and it's a word that's full of warmth and creativity. If you love food, this is definitely a word you'll use often. Thank you so much for joining me on Hello Word today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others discover the show. Before we go, I have a challenge for you. Can you create your own sentence using bake? Share in the comments. I'd love to see what you come up with. Until next time, keep learning, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next episode.